in your monitors, number 1 for English, number 2 for Russian, and number 3 for French in the translation devices. Welcome to the Embracing Diversity Through Sports session, our 3rd session of the day. And you will hear, once again, some excellent presentations. You'll have a chance to give your brief comments and questions as well at the end. To begin, I'd like to introduce your keynote speaker. She's a former captain of the Palestinian soccer team. Please welcome Ms. Hani Thaljieh. Hani?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. Thank you for inviting me for this important event. It's a great pleasure and an honor for me to be here. It's always funny to watch people guess where I'm from, to see them apply their preconceived stereotypes, and watch their facial expressions change once I tell them about my identity. It seems that my identity often confuses people. So now I'll make it easier for you. My name is Hani. I'm Palestinian, an Arab, Christian, woman from Bethlehem, and I play football. Football is my identity. When I was a little girl playing football in the narrow streets of Bethlehem, just 2 minutes away from where Jesus Christ was born, people called me a tomboy. The neighbors were concerned that nobody will marry me in the future. And everybody thought that I will grow up out of it. But I never grew out of it. Sports gave me determination to go on, to change society and do what I love. It was only years later that I began to realize and understand the power of football. My passion for playing sports and my belief in its ability to make a difference helped me overcome all the different challenges. The difficulties of being a young female playing a predominantly male sport in a conservative patriarchal environment, of being an Arab Christian woman in a predominantly Muslim society. Sports gave me the power to bring change. I knew that I had to develop myself and be a positive role model for young girls in our society. That's when we started to establish and develop the Palestinian women's football team. It was 2003, after the Second Intifada, in the midst of destruction, despair, and death. Sport gave me hope. Through football, we were able to break the barriers. Imprisoned behind the wall in Palestine and blocked by military checkpoints, football provided us a window to the outside world, a glance of brightness and a human connection. Football allowed us to invite and interact with many teams from all around the world, play together, share our cultures, our struggles, our smiles, and our love for the game, to build bridges of cooperation, tolerance, and understanding. Sports know no borders. In addition, establishing the Palestinian women's national football team was a key determinant in enhancing the role of women in Palestinian sports and in society in large. We began to see more and more women and young women in the Palestinian Football Federation and other sports committees, and in the Supreme Council of Youth and Sports. And now we have established training opportunities and teams for young girls. If women can play football, they can do anything. Sports promote equality. Moreover, in the Palestinian society, sports is a means to bring people together. In a society where Muslims and Christians live together, we were able to force diversity and national solidarity through teams of Palestinian Christians and Muslims together. Despite the differences, we are all at the end together. If you look at our team today, it's half Christians, half Muslims, but it's one team. We put the plan together. We aim at goals together. We train together. We laugh and cry together. We are one team. In a context of differences, sports create a culture of unity. As a Palestinian living my life under occupation and surrounded by walls, political restrictions, social limitations, and endless challenges, things can get pretty exhausted at times. Just recently, when I was doing part of my FIFA Masters in Italy, I had a short holiday and decided to go home. And decided to go home and surprise my family. I gave myself 2 days of travel, the usual if you are a Palestinian. I planned to get home on Sunday, when all my family will be gathered at home for a weekly family lunch, so I can see everybody and surprise them. Little did I know that the stamps in my passports indicating my travels to play football around the world will come back to haunt me. The Israeli held me and my passport for 12 hours of waiting, uncertainty, and integration about my travels. Needless to say, I arrived home very late at night, exhausted and disappointed. Even a simple joy, like surprising my family, is not possible. I cried. Under occupation, life is unpredictable. But no matter what the circumstances are, as soon as I set the first foot on the pitch, it doesn't matter anymore whether I'm Christian or a Muslim, a boy or a girl, occupier or occupied, because in the end, sports make us all equal. Sports liberate the mind. When people ask me, honey, how many languages do you speak? I always answer, I speak 3 languages: Arabic, English, and football. Football is an international language that everybody understands. Regardless of all our differences, in the end, we are all together. Sports for everybody, regardless of class, gender, or nationality. And this is what I believe in. I believe in hope. I believe sports participation is a key to empower women, to promote understanding and bring people together, and to encourage the new generation. Ladies and gentlemen, growing up in the shadow of the wall, football gave me the confidence that the sky is the limit and not the wall. The little girl who started playing in the narrow streets of the neighborhood became a co-founder of women's football in Palestine, then the captain of the Palestinian national football team, then the first woman in the Middle East to get a FIFA master and work at FIFA. Football empowered me to reach for the stars. So football has changed my life. And now I'm ready to change other people's lives through football. Thank you very much for your attention.
That was an amazing speech about sport giving you hope, and I look forward to hearing more when Honey joins our panel in just a moment.